The hardship protests is still very much in the news this morning. Let's begin with the Daily Independent. End bad governance protest. FG rejects foreign interference, launches probe into violence, says Tinubu didn't take office to make life difficult for citizens. And still on the protest, at the bottom of the page, protest. Burning politicians' houses could lead to anarchy. NNPB warns, insists government took people for granted. Front page of the New Telegraph this morning, hardship protests. The worst now over, according to the federal government. Says government committed to preventing recurrence, reassures on quick renovation of vandalized Kano ICT Park as Port Harcourt protesters vow to continue peacefully. There's widespread hunger, poverty, according to Bauchi Governor. Tinubu hasn't addressed our demands or your rights activists. Northern groups want amnesty for 1,000 arrested protesters. Seek 250 billion naira vocational training for youths. Abajiri. That's what you have on the front page of the New Telegraph newspaper this morning. The Blueprint newspaper has another angle to it. This turbulence will soon be over. Tinubu begs Nigerians. FG warns against foreign interference. Reform necessary to correct past missteps. US, UK, Idris. And the front page of the Daily Times has another angle to it. Tinubu's reforms aimed at addressing past mistakes, according to the Information Minister, says President determined to implement reforms that would drive sustainable growth, improve quality of life for all citizens. The picture story on the front page is also about the same issue. Look at the front page of the Vanguard newspaper. Steer clear of our internal affairs. FG warns foreign powers. We're probing 7 Polish nationals arrested over Russian flags in Kano, according to DSS. Feds harass journalists, beat up protesters in Rivers. Army arrests soldier whose warning shot killed 16-year-old in Zaria as TOS's delegation visits family. Plateau, Bauchi, relaxed curfew. Details on the inside pages of the paper this morning. Something related, you might say, on the front page of the Guardian newspaper today. Higher education. Amid hurdles, public varsities make 12 billion naira from transcript requests in 5 years. Wow. Stories on page 6. Question you want to ask it, what's it for? Check the details on the inside pages of the paper this morning. Front page of the Daily Trust. Oil sector. I'll reveal the truth when time comes. What does that mean? Senate probe $1.5 billion spent on Port Harcourt refinery. FG spent $600 million on monthly fuel importation, according to Finance Minister. Business Day has this one. CBN under Cardoso sells more dollars to strengthen Naira. Offloads $876.26 million at 1,495 in retail auction. Naira strengthens to 1,596 to the dollar. The Nigerian Tribune has this one you might be interested in. Minister, NNPCL, Dangote, others take fight before Senate panel. Stories on page 4. Demand live broadcast of probe. We're not thieves. Nigerians unfair to us, according to Kerry. FG yet to meet 2024 crude target, according to Edo. We're competing against Russian products being sent to Africa, according to Dangote Refinery. Senate raises questions over $1.5 billion expended on Port Harcourt Refinery. The details of that story you'll find on the inside pages of the paper this morning. This Nigeria newspaper has oil industry bleeding. NNPC's Kerry admits. Senate probes $1.5 billion spent on Port Harcourt Refinery turnaround maintenance. That story is on page 4. And at the bottom of the page, Tinubu to Nigerians. Look beyond present temporary gains. Have faith in our ability to deliver. All of that story you'll find on the inside pages of the paper this morning. These are some of the papers we have for you today. The hardship protests is still